life for us in the comics. And joining us this morning are Curt Swan, who is the original Superman illustrator for DC Comics. Good morning, Curt.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. And also joining us, Jerry Ordway, who is a modern-day Superman illustrator. Right. And he's actually going to be doing some drawing for us. Curt, how much were your drawings influenced by the drawings of Joe Shuster?
Well, there's another person that came in between Joe Shuster and myself. What was his name?
Wayne Boring.
Wayne Boring. Terribly sorry. And I think I was influenced by Wayne Boring's drawings more than Joe Shuster's.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was an evolution there. Joe Shuster's style of drawing at that time, and most adventure strips, was rather simplified line and straightforward drawing. No shading or rendering. So I was influenced more by Wayne Boring's drawings.
Mm-hmm. Now, you have some of your drawings on the easel there.
Yes.
Maybe you could tell us a little bit about how the concept for your Superman was put onto paper.
Well, actually, I get a script, and I, of course, work from a script. And Jerry did the inking on this. I did the penciling, and Jerry did the inking on it. This was a novel. Isn't that what they called it, Jerry? And John Byrne did the writing on it. What specifically did you want me to tell you about it?
Well, for example, the most visible qualities of Superman.
Well, I think you can see from the drawing itself that the evolution of Superman drawing became more realistic and illustrative, as opposed to the early Joe Shuster and Wayne Boring drawings. They were more cartoony, as I call it, and it's evolved into a more illustrative style. Jerry's doing a sketch here now that I think illustrates that very nicely.
Yeah, I was kind of curious, Jerry, does the TV version of Superman and the movie version, has that an influence on how you draw him in the comic strip version today? Has that changed it somewhat?
I think so. I think we assimilate things that we see, and I grew up watching The Adventures of Superman on TV and, you know, in reruns, and I watched the movie is what really turned me around. I had never really been a Superman devotee at that point. I saw the movie and it just ignited something in me, and from that point I've been just...
Jerry, maybe we could hold up the sketch that you're working on now. This is a very muscular Superman. Has Superman's body really bulked out over the years?
Yes, yes. Actually, if you look at the muscle magazines, men muscle magazines, it's not as much as the muscle magazine, but he has changed. He is more muscular, no question about it.
They cover it in the comic too. They show him with a weight set just to in his apartment, in Clark Kent's apartment. They have a weight set so that he can appear muscular without anybody going, "Hey, are you Superman?"
I see. So it's just for show.
That's right.
All right. You call yourself kind of a late blooming Superman fan. Why?
Mainly because of the in 1978 when the movie came out. That was what really kind of ignited me. Up to that point, I'd grown up on, I hate to say it in front of the audience, I grew up on Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
And most of the audience probably grew up on Marvel too. DC's, you know, experiencing a resurgence because of this.
You know, Superman is such an enduring hero. Curt, why do you think this is so? What is it about Superman that continues to be the focus of fascination for people through the generations?
I don't know. I think it's inherent in all of us as we grow up. We all have visions, fantasies perhaps, of a super-type person that can do all good, and we'd like to think that we could do many good things. And it's just natural for Americans to have superheroes. In my early days, perhaps it was the Western cowboys. Then it evolved into the syndicated strip and superheroes.
How have the story themes changed to kind of meet modern demands of today's kinds of audiences? It used to be kind of, you know, it was very clear bad guys and very clear good guys.
That's right, yes.
Have the stories changed somewhat, considering world politics?
Oh, yes. I think characterization has come into the writing much more, and definition of the evil person and going into different areas, and broadening the whole scope of the writing and drawing has enhanced, I think, the comic feel
Does Superman like chase communists now as well as bank
Oh,
robbers?
he'll get into, yes, absolutely. Political, don't go into too deeply. I mean, obviously, we couldn't do that. But we do touch on it, of course, and social issues as well.
It's still good versus evil. Anyways, Leslie, do you feel a certain responsibility as you're continuing to create this legend?
I just started writing The Adventures of Superman, and I've been feeling a lot of the things where you're talking about how stories have changed. We really have to, we're weaving a multi-storylines in the same issues. You do 2 pages of this and keep the book going month by month. You have subplots like a lot like soap operas. That's I think one of the biggest changes in the way comics are done. It's people want something that has a continued serial type of form.
Well, Curt Swan and Jerry Ordway, it's just great to talk with you both this morning. You will both be appearing at the Superman exposition here this weekend.
That's right.
So people will have a chance to visit with
At the
you.
DC Comics booth.
All right. Good to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're coming back.
A salute to Superman. Tonight, Superman returns to save the world, helps a man from Mars, rescues Lois, and performs his usual Man of Steel